The appointments seem really spread out. Competition prizes, what you'd win. Good morning everyone, welcome to another video and another week and another me sitting in the car park in my car, which has happened in many videos over the last year. And that's, you know, anyone in the comments want to guess where I am? I mean, you're not going to guess, are you? You're just going to keep watching. So I'm at the hospital. I've got another hospital appointment today. If you haven't watched some of my previous videos, then I'll just quickly review what I'm at the hospital for. So basically, I have a gene mutation called BRCA2. I'm BRCA2 positive, which means I have a really high chance of getting breast cancer, about 88% chance, really high chance of ovarian cancer, and I can pass this gene on 50% chance to my children. So having children one day, if we're able to, it's going to look slightly different from the usual way. So today I've got an appointment with my breast surgeon that we're talking about double mastectomy. So we've been talking about it for a little while now because that's the first stage of everything. Some of the other things can wait a little bit longer, but my breasts need to go because gradually as time goes on, the chance of me getting breast cancer just keeps increasing and increasing. So that's the decision that I've come to, and I've got my appointment today. The appointments seem really spread out, so I always feel like from one appointment to the next, I'm like a bit like I forget what we've spoken about, and it because it's so overwhelming and a bit scary. Yeah, I feel quite lost, and I feel like someone's going to park next to me now. But yeah, I'm just feeling very, let me just check the time. My appointment's in 5 minutes, so I must be quick here. I'm just feeling very overwhelmed by it all. My breast surgeon I've been speaking to has a certain way that she thinks the double mastectomy and then the reconstruction should go. And there are other alternatives as well. And I feel like now that it's coming closer, I feel like I need to have a second opinion or a third opinion. I'm not like, it's such a big change to my body and such a serious operation that I don't want it to go wrong. You know, there are risks involved with operations, and I just want it to be as hopefully seamless. I know it's not perfect. I know I'm not going to, when it's reconstructed, I'm not going to look exactly the same or anything. I haven't got these stupidly high expectations, but I just want it to be done right, and what's right for me. So I feel like maybe I do need to have another opinion on it, but it's the whole like waiting around for these things, just, you know, you forget about it for a while and then it's back and it's such a big thing, and it's a lot. But yeah, I thought, you know, I've got a platform to talk about this, and lots of people don't even know what BRCA is. So I feel like there's another car gonna park near me. No. But yeah, I've got this platform to talk about this. You know, there's quite a lot of people who watch these videos and follow me on social media. So I feel it's really important to just chat about it, and raise awareness of BRCA, and as a sort of thing of that, breast cancer, ovarian cancer, all these things. So yeah, I'm going to go into the hospital now, have my appointment. Hopefully I don't have to wait too long. Last time I had to wait like 45 minutes for my appointment, which was just annoying. But I guess that's just the nature of hospitals. But yeah, I'll speak to you at some point later to tell you how it went, unload my feelings on you, if you don't mind. But yeah, I need to go. I'm back. I've been back from the hospital for like quite a few hours now, but I've been busy doing stuff, and I usually talk in the car afterwards, but I realised that I only had about 2 minutes left on my parking, so I had to rush, and then I got back and the day life happened, I suppose. But yeah, the appointment, I had to wait for about 25 minutes this time, so not too long, but I definitely didn't need to rush to get there. And it went all right. It was quite long, but not as long as it has been. We've just like, nothing entirely got sorted out, but I feel better about things. So we spoke about, because I was thinking I might find out a date today for when it will take place. But we were talking about things, and I was hoping that maybe it could be done in, say, I don't know, next month or the month after, so April, May time. But because of, I have to have like an MRI scan relatively regularly to check that everything's okay down here, and they don't want to do the operation until I've had my next one, and my next one's not till June, so then I need to wait till after that, so then it'll take ages, and then they said maybe September time, but I'm quite busy around September. It's just a lot. And then after I left, I thought about it and was like, if I could get an MRI scan earlier, like even if I have to pay for one, maybe that would mean that I could then have everything done earlier. So I called back the hospital, and I spoke to my breast surgeon's secretary, you know, the person who helps them out and stuff. And she was really lovely and said that she's going to speak to her. So I haven't heard back yet, but hopefully I'll hear back soon. I mean, what I actually liked about this appointment more so than what I've had before is before the last appointment, she was saying to me, like this was in November, she was saying, oh, I think that the operation and then the reconstruction will have to be in front of the muscle. That's how it's going to be. Whereas this time she was more like, oh, it might be in front, it could be behind. And then she got in another breast surgeon who will be doing the operation with her. And she sort of agreed that maybe actually behind will be better, which is what I've heard from people who have also had reconstruction, that lots of them have had it behind the muscle. Probably doesn't all make sense if you don't know what I'm talking about and you haven't had to go through mastectomy or reconstruction or whatever, but basically you can have like implants put in front of your muscle. Sorry, someone's walking past. or behind the muscle, and she was insistent on having it in front when lots of people I know have had it behind. So I was a bit like, why does she want to do it a way that no one else seems to have it? But she's now decided it would be better to probably be behind, because one of the things that you need to have to be able to have it done in different ways is potentially a bit of like more, I don't know, a bit more fat on your body, because then they can use the fat from other parts of your body to sort of help to mould things and shape things a little bit better. And I don't have the hugest amount of fat spare, I guess, in this instance. I mean, I don't think many people do. It's not like, you know, you need to have a lot. So I don't have that, so I have to have it done in a certain way. So I feel a bit better. I met the other breast surgeon who will be doing the operation as well. So yeah, I feel a lot more positive in that sense. And because of that, I kind of just want to get it done. So to be told that it might not be done for quite a few months, all because I need to have an MRI scan and I don't have one till June, is slightly frustrating. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get like, I can get one either on the NHS or I can pay for one. I don't mind paying for one. I hope. I don't mind paying for one. Of course I don't. Anything to do with my health, I really don't mind paying for, if I can afford it. So yeah, hopefully I can get it done sooner, but I'll keep you updated in another video, hopefully soon, hopefully not in months to come. Anyway, it is, what is the time? 10 to 5. So it's a really sunny day. You would not know from what it's like. We're at the very beginning of March and it's 10 to 5 and it's lovely and sunny and bright outside. It makes me very happy. Yeah, I've got a few bits of work to do, and I've got a meeting this evening because it's with someone who is in America. It's at 9:30 at night, so the work day isn't ending for me for a while, but yeah, I'll speak to you later. Actually, I've got something else to show you. I got a delivery today and it made me very happy. And because you guys really liked the last delivery I got of all the Manaju pastries, and some of you were really interested in where they were from and thought they looked really cool, I thought I would start showing you a few more of the deliveries that I get that I really, really, really like. And this one, I really, really, really like. So yeah, I'll sort that out. I probably won't set it up like a bakery like last time, although it is baked goods. But I'll just show you because it looks good as it is. So this is my delivery, gluten-free bread. Now this is from the Gluten-free Bakery, and I have had gluten-free bakery bread for absolutely ages. I haven't had it in a while, but I've had it years and years ago when it was called Rana's Gluten-free Bakery. Now it's rebranded to be the Gluten-free Bakery, and I bet the stuff is even better because they've probably done a lot of changes to recipes and testing it and developing stuff. But honestly, you can see I've got a peg on that already because I had some for my lunch today. This bread is just divine. It's also not just gluten-free, it's free from dairy, eggs, soya, nuts, and suitable for vegans. It's also, which I find really interesting, it's also all yeast-free because they use sourdough. It's also corn-free, so for people who like can't have maize or corn, this is great for you as well. And yeah, I just absolutely love it. This sandwich loaf is divine. It is great. I'd highly recommend it. Then I've got the other things I haven't tried yet, although I have had the baguette before and it is so good. I've got the new Italian, which is gluten-free sourdough, so that's a different one. And then I've got this super sourdough, which looks really nice. The baguette, that. And then these are the Boss bagels, which I believe are their like #1 bestseller. I see them everywhere, I hear about them a lot. The only problem with them is that all the ingredients are perfect, except the last ingredient is garlic. And you guys know that I can't have garlic. And they've told me there's a tiny amount in them. So I got them and I'm like, maybe this could be a good thing to reintroduce garlic with or try. But I think I'm a bit scared. I think these are going to be for Mark. Or actually, I know quite a lot of people around here who love this brand. One person being my hairdresser, which if you haven't noticed, I've had my hair done. And it was done by Nikki. So hello Nikki if you're watching. And she loves these, so I might just give them to her because I know that she will absolutely love them. So if you want them, let me know. Hopefully you're watching. But yeah, this is just epic. And they do sell this in places like in London, like in Whole Foods, and in Selfridges. They sell it, but you can get it all online. I think you can get it sort of so it comes regularly. You can get like a pack of like random like different things so you can try stuff out. But really recommend it. I'm absolutely loving this bread, and I'm going to freeze obviously all the other stuff. My freezer is just full of baked goods at the moment, but this stuff, honestly, so good. So thank you very much to Gluten-free Bakery for sending it to me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I feel like when there's stuff like this that I really genuinely like, and I'm going to keep buying and I don't know why I stopped. I'm going to start regularly getting some. I feel like these are the sort of things that I should shout about and tell you about because, you know, this is what I'm going to be eating. This is what I've got pastries from Manaju. I've got all of this stuff and it just makes me very happy. So yeah, awesome. Good morning. Actually, I think it's afternoon, isn't it? Is it afternoon?
Yeah.
I'm about to do one of my most important jobs. It's a job that I have inherited since lockdown, so for the past nearly like 2 years now, I think. And that is cutting Mark's hair. So I had my hair cut and coloured last week, but not by Mark, by my hairdresser.
I did a great job.
And now I need to cut his hair. But yeah, I have to be quite careful because basically, actually, shall I let you explain? Yeah, so I've been cutting your hair, haven't I?
Yep, doing a great job.
But what happened about 5 weeks ago?
Yeah, for the last month, I haven't really been able to hear anything. So I started losing my hearing in this ear, and I lost my hearing in this ear as well, and I actually couldn't hear.
Yeah, and what do you mean by not being able to hear? Like literally...
I couldn't hear what she was saying about 5 feet away from me.
Yeah, so
my ears were blocked.
I would be going up the stairs, like Mark would be upstairs, and I'd have to go all the way up to the top of the stairs and shout for him to hear, and he still probably wouldn't hear me. I'd have to tap him on the shoulder just so that he could hear what I was saying. Yeah,
it was pretty bad. So I went to the doctor and they said, like, my ears are blocked. And I've been using loads of ear drops for weeks and it didn't help. So I then went to have something done called microsuction, which is to clear your ears, but without using any water or whatever. So they suck everything out of your ear, which is quite disgusting. but I thought it was just like, all my wax had blocked my ear. And she said, no, actually your ear is full of hair.
And not hair from not ear hair, actually head hair.
And I was like, how? Because it's all loose hair, and it must be from when I have a haircut, and it just over time has got stuck in my ear. Both of them.
So I think that means that I am just doing a terrible job. So if anyone is a hairdresser, and knows how you cut someone's hair without getting hair in the ears, then let me know, because now
I'm ready.
Mark's wearing earplugs so that it doesn't all get caught. But that's like a bit sad because I'm not sure if he'll be able to hear me.
I can't hear you again.
I like to...
It's very similar to when I couldn't hear you.
Okay, so I'll just talk loudly. But basically, there is a lot of hair. A lot of hair. This is actually ridiculous. Look at that at the back. And I am being tasked with cutting it whilst not making you lose your hearing.
I can't hear anything.
Right, so let's get going. So I just realised that it's now the evening and I actually cut Mark's hair before we had lunch. So I forgot to show you the finished product, the finished article.
I look like a normal person again.
Yeah, I mean, no one really saw you looking not like a normal person because I kind of just showed them a little bit and you haven't wanted to be seen by anyone for a long time because the hair has been very long.
Well, I'll go outside when I get a haircut.
So
it's been quite a few months.
So I'm not obviously I'm not a hairdresser. I have no.
I don't care.
I have no. I've never been told how to do it. I watched a video once, and I haven't since, and that was 2 years ago now. 2 years, isn't that crazy?
Oh, that's a lot of hair cutting. Thank you, by the way.
We blocked the Hoover with how
That's
much
how much hair there was.
But yeah, I think it looks right. See, I've blended it nicely into like your beard.
Oh, did you? I didn't see that bit actually.
Yeah, I've done that. I think it looks quite good. I mean, don't rate me if you're a hairdresser because you probably can see things that I can't see, but we don't mind. I think it looks good.
I remember you posted it last on your story or something and someone was like, I'm a hairdresser and I don't think it's good or something. But I think it's good.
You like it.
So who cares?
Yeah, that's so true.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't need it to be like, I don't know, ultra high definition haircut. I just want to look like, you saw how I looked before.
You just want to look like a normal person. So I've done one of my jobs, which was making this guy's mop look less mop-like. And yeah, I'm quite happy with it. What would you rate it out of 10?
It's 10 for me.
10?
I mean, just look at what I looked like earlier.
Yeah, true.
That's a transformation.
Yeah, and it feels really nice at the back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I do it really like short at the back.
And if you weren't cutting my hair, I'd probably just cut it myself, and you can imagine how bad that would be.
Oh, then we'd have to shave it all off and you'd be bald.
I'm not opposed to going to the hairdressers. It's just that my mum has always cut my hair, who is also not a hairdresser.
Yeah,
She's cut my hair since I was a kid. I've only been to the hairdressers like maybe 3 times.
I would quite like you to go to the hairdressers because I just
I'm not so afraid.
I'd just like them to. I'd like to see what it would look like when a professional does it.
I had my hair cut once in town,
once
in Ipswich, and once in Hong Kong. That's the only time.
And other than that, it's been me
it's so
and your mum.
few I can remember where they were.
Well, there you go. I thought I needed to show you the before, the middle, the going of the haircut, and the after, because otherwise, obviously, everyone would be desperate to know what you look like. And now, it's all revealed. So there we go.
I think it's pretty fancy.
Yeah.
What amazing content! People looking at my face and my hair.
Yeah, I've just been putting it on your face the whole time. So there we go.
Why don't you put it on Peg's face? That is amazing. What I can see right now. This is the real face you want to see.
Yeah, we're both ugly.
Yeah.
Whereas that thing over there.
Yeah. See, this puts everything into context. I don't pay for my own haircut. I don't go anywhere for my haircut, but I pay for my dog to get a nice haircut.
Yeah, but she deserves it.
Yes, she does. Look how hard she's working over there.
Yeah. Her job today is to just sleep. And she's doing a damn good job. Becky.
She's like, leave me alone. What do you want? If you haven't got food, then go away.
Oh, I love her. So I just sat down to have a chat and I can't remember if I showed you my new nails or not. So I kind of want to show them to you. What do you think? I know it's not Easter yet. Let me have a look. Oh God, I looked awful there trying to concentrate. I know it's not Easter yet, but it's Easter in my world because I make stuff like, because I want to make recipes so that people can enjoy them over the Easter period. I have to make them earlier, so I got Easter nails to go along with it. So let me know what you think of those. But why I'm sitting down here is actually, I thought, well, it's just sort of jumped up on me. Is that the right terminology? Whatever. It's basically less than 2 weeks until this comes out. And I realised that I haven't explained entirely. I mean, I did explain a little bit about what the book's about and stuff, but I did a question box a little while ago on Instagram and asked people to just ask me whatever they wanted about the new book. And I thought what I'd do is I kind of just do a little Q&A based on those questions and any others that have come up since, and just answer them so that you can get as much information about this book as you want or don't want or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you're going to make a purchase, which actually I'm filming this on the day that this is going to go up, and currently the book is under £10, it's like £9 something. So it's the perfect day to grab yourself a copy. Also, there's another reason why it's a great day to pre-order a copy, other than the fact that pre-ordering is really helpful to me, but I have a competition that I am starting today, and if you just go over to my Instagram, I'll link it all below where you can go to enter the competition. But basically, one of the things that you have to do to be able to enter the competition is to pre-order this. Maybe before the end of this video, I'll show you some of the items that are gonna be in the prize, because I will have announced this by then. So yeah, basically there's an awesome competition which is gonna go from now, today, all the way through to when the book comes out. And if you pre-order, you'll be in it with a chance of winning the stuff, and the stuff is awesome. I mean, I have some of the stuff, which is why I then have bought another one of them, but actually I only really own 1 or 2 things out of all the things in the price. I'll show you later, but some of the stuff I really wish I could keep, but I've made sure it's so good. I'll show you in a bit anyway. Okay, so question number 1, will you do book tours? Book tours. I would love to do book tours. I'd love to come around and meet lots of you guys, like not just in the UK but around the world. I'd absolutely love to. I don't think anyone would turn up except maybe the person who asked this question, but I'd absolutely love that. I definitely am doing some sort of events over the summer, sort of over the spring, summer, and probably autumn as well. I think a few have been announced, but I'm not sure how many. But basically, I'm going to be doing quite a lot of foods, like cooking demos, and as well as that, I'm going to be doing book signings at pretty much all of them. Plus, if you just want to come up to me and say hello, and if you see me, then always do at these events, or just when I'm wandering around and if you spot me somewhere. But yeah, hopefully I'll do some sort, I guess it's not a tour, but I'll do some sort of thing where I'm showing off some of the recipes in the book, I'm signing books, and then we can say hello. Next question, when is this book for sale in the shops? So this book comes out on the 24th of March. So yeah, that's a very quick question to answer, and I'll link, put a link in the description below to where you can get it, and where you can get it for, as I said, like less than £10 today. That might not last forever, but if you order it right now, then you'll get it for that price, and even if the price goes up again, it's a pre-order thing, so you'll get it for the price that it's at its lowest as. Can't talk, can I? At its lowest, at whatever, you know what I mean. So yeah, 24th of March, which is like 10, 11 days I think, which is just scary and awesome and everything all at once. Okay, so a question on the book itself, is there baking in it? So yes, there is baking in it. There is lots and lots of recipes in it, and it's sort of split into 4 different chapters. So let me just show you the chapters, or let me just tell you what they are. Oh, it's right here. So the recipe chapters are breakfast and brunch is one, we've got lunch, then we've got fakeaways, quick meals, and comfort food and sweet treats. So in the sweet treats, the sweet treats chapter, there is some lovely baking. I've shared some of it on my Instagram already, but there's stuff like the sticky toffee layer cake, and what else we got? We got strawberry crumble bars, which look really nice. So there's lots and lots of stuff in there. But obviously there's loads of other stuff. So if you're not wanting baking, baking's a lesser part of this after, you know, the book before was a baking book. This has got lots of dinner ideas, lunch ideas, like lunch on the go ideas, breakfast ideas, all that sort of stuff, and sort of quick desserts and stuff so that you can have something, you can make something really quick, but it's really yummy. I mean, there's even some like microwave puddings and stuff in here. So there's lots of stuff like that. There's a big mix of everything. This question comes up a lot actually. I can see it 3 times on the screen. So are any recipes duplicated from your first 2 books? And the answer is no. So all of the recipes in this book are completely exclusive to the book. You can't find them anywhere else in the whole entire world except in this book. And that's the same also between the first and the second book. So the first book, all the recipes are different to the second book. I never replicate recipes between them because I want the books to stand on their own 2 feet, and I don't want someone to buy the first book and then, you know, get the second book and all the recipes are the same, because what's the point of getting like releasing another book? So all the recipes in here are unique to here. They're not on the blog, they're not in book 1 or in book 2, they're just all in here. This is a random question actually. Do you know how to make gluten-free pikelets? So pikelets are like little pancake things. There's a pikelet recipe in this book. So I don't know if you can read my mind or something, but yep, there's a pikelet recipe in this book. Fave recipe in the new book? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I've made my own version of, like, you know, McDonald's chicken nuggets. Gluten-free people can't eat them obviously, but I've made my own version of them. And honestly, they taste so similar. The texture is so right. So maybe that's my favourite. It is right now, so that's what I'll go for. Okay, so the next question is probably the most asked question. I get this all the time, and it's, is it a recipe book? Because, oh goodness, a necklace fell on the floor. I guess the name, I've only come to realise this after speaking to a lot of you. The name is kind of deceiving, how to plan anything gluten-free, because you think maybe it's just a planner. Nope, the first half of the book is entirely recipes. Look, there's a recipe opener sort of page. So yeah, there's tons and tons of recipes, as I said, all the chapters, your breakfast, your brunch, your lunches, your dinners, you know, there's fakeaways in there just like in the first book, which I know lots of you like, and then also I've gone for some baking and desserts and stuff. So there's tons of recipes in it, but it's kind of like a book with more to it than that. So whilst it's got all the recipes, I've also done a chapter or like a section at the beginning, which is like, I don't know, like survival tips and little guides for people who well, for people who are newly gluten-free, for people who've been gluten-free for ages, and for friends and family of people who are gluten-free as well. So it gives you like all those sort of tips that I've learned over the years, and they're all in here. And don't think that because you've been gluten-free for ever and ever that you'll know it all and it's not useful, because it kind of is useful. And it's also useful that you can just give this book to someone and say, look, read this. You've got loads of recipes, but you've also got all these tips so that people can just understand you and understand gluten-free, because it's more than likely that you might be the only gluten-free person in your family or in your friendship group or something, and people don't always get it. I mean, you could even take this to a restaurant with you and hand it to the waiter who doesn't fully understand gluten-free or something. I mean, you probably shouldn't do that because they'll probably just be like, what? But do you know what I mean? There's stuff for, there's loads of tips and advice and stuff for people who are gluten-free in it. And also, as well as that, as I said before, the plan aspect of this, I mean, the planning is everything. So recipes, when you create recipes, you're planning your life. When you're looking at tips, it's helping you plan how you do things. But yeah, there's also a meal planner aspect so that you can plan your meals. I just find, for me personally, we meal plan. We don't stick to it all the time because life happens and sometimes we change things. But meal planning, I find, just helps us save a lot of money and a lot of time. So there's a little meal planner section in here, and there's also a food diary because, I mean, this is something that I am struggling with a lot at the moment. My stomach, my IBS is really awful, like at its worst. And how I sort of manage it and try and work out what the problem is by keeping a food diary, so I can write down what foods I've eaten, what symptoms I'm feeling, and try and work out patterns and see if I can work out why I'm feeling bad. And there's a whole food diary in here as well. So there's lots of stuff, and it's not just a recipe book. I would say on the back of the book, what it says is the best sort of description of the book. It's the ultimate gluten-free survival guide. That's what it is. But yeah, lots of recipes in there. So if you're just looking for a recipe book, this is still entirely for you. If you want all the added extras as well, this is for you. If you just want some of the other bits, this is for you. I've kind of tried to just make it something that that you will like. Right, so I've also had a question of where can you order the book from. So in the UK, Amazon is the best place to order it from. It's the cheapest. It's just probably the easiest place to order from, but obviously all good bookstores also sell it. But Amazon, you get it for the cheapest price, so it kind of makes sense. In Australia, I think places like Booktopia are really good. I think in Australia and New Zealand, forgive me if in New Zealand's different, but I always kind of think of it as similar. You can both get it from Booktopia and Amazon, but I'm not 100% sure. And America, you'll be able to get it on Amazon. Canada, probably the same. It basically comes out everywhere in March. So wherever you're living, you should be able to get it on Amazon or a bookshop site, website near you. And if you can't, for some reason, and it doesn't show up or it says that it's got a long wait, you can also go on something called Book Depository. And that will send the book free of charge, not free of charge. You have to pay for the book, but their shipping is free. So if you, for some reason, can't find it, just go on Book Depository. Yeah, Book Depository. Just go on there and you should be able to find it and you can get it sent to wherever in the world. So that's good. But yeah, Amazon is the place, and I'll put the link for Amazon and stuff in the description below. I say that so much, but that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, I think that's enough of the questions for now. It's nearly lunchtime here, so I need to go and have lunch. But I hope that's been useful. If I haven't answered your question, then just pop it below and I will do so. And yeah, if you want to have a bit more of a sneak peek into the book, let me know as well, because I can do a bit more in next week's video, because that's the final video before it's released. So I'll try and make sure, but just let me know what you'd like to see. If you'd like to see a bit of a rundown of the recipes or what, then that would be handy just to know. And also, if you go to my Instagram, I've been doing some little sort of recipe video previews of some of the recipes in the book. So I've already done the sticky toffee layer cake. I've done some chili cheese flatbreads that are in the lunch section. And there's going to be a few more coming out in the coming week and a half or so. So yeah, go over to Instagram and you'll see all those recipes. But yeah, I hope that's useful. Really, really, really appreciate the pre-orders. I know I've said how I go on about it, and I go on about it, and I'm saying about it again, but basically, if you're thinking of ever buying this book, pre-ordering it just helps me so much. It just helps the book gain a lot more awareness in the world. It helps gluten-free gain more awareness in the world, and people are like, gluten-free. People like gluten-free. People need gluten-free. Maybe we need to stock more gluten-free, which is what we all need. So if you can give it a cheeky pre-order, do so. You'll get it at a really good price and you'll get lots of love and hugs from me and, well, virtual obviously, but you know, I just appreciate it. So yeah, thank you in advance, and I am going to go and eat my lunch. And also I will show you some of the competition prizes probably after my lunch, but yeah, you'll want to see them because they're really good. And if you pre-order and you go to the Instagram post and stuff, you'll be entered. So win, 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 win. Right, I'm hungry, let's go and have lunch. So I realised that Peggy hasn't been in the video yet. So here she is, half asleep with her new toy. She has a lot of new toys. This is Flopsy. Very cute, right? They're just having a little moment together. She's not been feeling very well today, have you? Oh, she's so sweet. It's so sad when your dog doesn't feel well, but hopefully some nice rest and she'll be good as new, won't you? But yeah, lots of you say that you like seeing Peggy, so I thought I would just show you how sweet she's being and how beautiful she is. Aren't you? Yeah? Say hello to everyone. I think she wants to be left alone with Flopsy. There you go. Right, you rest. Put your ear down so you don't look like a bunny. There you go. Sleep tight. Right, so I promised earlier to show you the competition prizes, so what you'd win if you entered the competition. And basically, all you have to do is pre-order the book, and I'm going to link below. I'm going to do it on both Facebook and Instagram, so there'll be links to do both. So you can kind of like enter twice, one on each channel. But yeah, that will be linked in the description below. So basically, these are all the goodies, and I mean, I have some of them, I don't have others, and I am very jealous of the ones that I don't have. So let's start here with some ingredients. So I've got the flours that I use. So this is the self-raising flour, gluten-free plain flour, and obviously that magic ingredient xanthan gum. So I thought I'd put some of those in because that will just help you generally in the book. And I know that not all of you can access everything everywhere, but yeah, so I thought that was an important addition. Then these pink pans, I've got 3 Le Creuset pans. I can't remember off the top of my head how much these cost, but they cost a lot of money. I've got this one. Like I was bought this by my parents for Christmas a couple of years ago, and I love it. If you've watched my Instagram videos, my recipe videos recently, you'll see I use it a lot. So I bought one for someone, and yeah, I mean, it's an amazing pan, and it's in like a shell pink colour, which I absolutely love. So that is one of them. So that's like a nice dish. Then, what I'm really jealous of, a proper big old casserole dish in the pink as well. Honestly, it's just so good. These are just, they're great because they can go on the hob, they can go in the oven, and they're just, once you have them, you'll have them for the rest of your life. Because my mum has Le Creuset. Like growing up, I remember my mum had like the orange Le Creuset, and she still has it now. Like, and that was many, many years ago. So yeah, and also got a nice little dish that you could do like pasta bakes or whatever. Pretty much anything goes in that. You'll be using these a lot. So those are my 3 like Le Creuset things in the most beautiful colour. Even if you're not a pink person, it's just nice to have something a bit different. And if you are a pink person or slightly a pink person, this is just, it's so good. Then another thing that is in the competition is this thermopen. Now, if you know, a lot of people don't have a cooking sort of thermometer, but I find them so useful for like, not just for doing meats and stuff, but also for baking, like when doing caramel, meringue, lots of different things. I find this really useful. But most often when I'm cooking meats, I do it so that I can get the meat absolutely perfect temperature, not overdo it. Because if I don't have it, I might cook it for a bit longer to make sure it's fully cooked, and then it's a bit tough. So I've been using thermopen for like, I don't know, 5-6 years, maybe more. And I thought I'd add one of those to the prize. Then, just for fun, I thought I'd send a big old box of Kit Kat bunnies, because these are gluten-free, and you don't get much Kit Kat stuff in the world that is gluten-free, but these bunnies are. They're a bit like the Malteser bunnies, but Malteser bunnies are definitely not gluten-free. Kit Kat bunnies are, so I thought I'd send a good old box of those. Some measuring little spoons, which this is just so in theme with my colour. I absolutely love these. I love this brand. I came across this brand. I actually got some stuff by this brand for my birthday. And yeah, I actually got these. These I got for my birthday, and I love them so much and use them all the time. But I thought I'd buy a set and give them away. So got those, and then these are from the same brand, the measuring spoons. So yeah, that's everything. Oh, and of course, this is the book. But yeah, that is my little competition prize, which I think is really cool. So yeah, if you want to enter the competition, I'll put links below so that you can enter it. And the simple thing is just to tell me that you've entered. And to tell me, you just say, I've pre-ordered. And that's about it. So yeah, there you go. I hope everyone's excited, because this is good. I love it. So yeah, competition. Anyway, I think that'll do for the video this week. So yeah, hope you've had a good week. Enter the competition, and I'll see you next week. Bye.